So I just did some belt squats, 85 pounds. It's not a lot of weight, but it's the manner in which I did them that counts. It's the technique, and it's the manner in which I placed the belt. So I try to keep my back upright, not allow my back to round, and I sit my hips back. I go down under control. I'm using a free weight attached to a strap, attached to a dip belt. A dip belt's not the best thing. I'm trying to save up and get an actual belt squatting belt, which actually has more support, and it's very important. In addition to a better setup with pins and everything standing on a box. But in this manner, with the dumbbell, the weight is centered more in one spot. So the center mass is much smaller, which makes it much harder for your hips to follow the movement path of that resistance, because when a center mass is so smaller, it tends to have a force vertically down, directly vertically down in it, so it doesn't allow you to do very good things and anatomical things like arch your back, hinge at the hips, because it's pulling you straight down, like in the case with this dumbbell. So that's what makes, belt squatting with the dumbbell, loose dumbbell, like that, much more difficult. So you may say, yeah, I know it's only 85 pounds, but that 85 pounds, when it's centered in one small area, can feel like 150 pounds, double its weight. I mean, if you don't believe me, just take half of your deadlifter weight. Let's say you're a 600-pound deadlifter. Don't use a bar. Take 300 pounds. Don't use a regular 7-foot Olympic bar, 6-foot Olympic bar. Use a 2-foot bar and then try to deadlift it. And you tell me how much more difficult it is. Well, that's how difficult it is to use a free dumbbell for belt squatting. But anyway, my best at this lift right now is 135 pounds for 20 repetitions, not maxing out. I have like 14 herniated discs. I have torn labrums, bone spurs in my hips, a lot of things. For the grace of God, and I do believe in God, I'm able to do this, and even more important, I'm able to walk. But I do this to continually strengthen my legs and my hips, because it's very important to support my hip joints. My hip joints will be worse if the muscles are weak, so I have to continually strengthen the legs. People out there who have like injuries, they avoid strengthening exercises. Now, I'm not asking you or advising you to go and belt squat if you have torn hip labrums like me. It's just one of the ways that I strengthen my legs and hips. There are many ways, and you have to find the way that's suitable for you, the exercise that's suitable for you. But this was my belt squat, and next time, hopefully I'll do another type of squat.